gonna be honest, man. Everybody, all these people in Atlanta in this traffic rushing to get to work, having road rage, trying to rush to get to work is insane. These folks are swerving, jumping, sliding, booming, crashing. I'm in traffic because of a crash. These folks gotta relax, man. These jobs are not that important to make you have road rage and freak out like this. Man, when I used to live over here on this side, I used to come to this gas station right here all the time. It's the vibe right here. It used to be nothing but grungy walls. We used to shoot a lot of content right there. That's kind of crazy. And this little alleyway right here is fire for content creation. People in this building were looking at me looking like, what is he doing? Once again, freaked out by cameras. Got the Christmas vibes going on up in Aperture Rent, man, with the lens caps. Man, I've been coming to Aperture Rent for so many years, and I got a code down below, creativeryan 10. You can get 10% off. Use that link. Rent cameras before you buy them. I'm telling you, I'm not buying anything until I pick it up, check it out, and play around with it. They have really good customer service too. I'm trying to tell you, these guys are good. It's like one of my favorite places just because it's cameras.
Mark II. Looks great.
Printed out the R5 Mark II again just to see how the log looks compared to like the R6 Mark II and this R5. I'm just kind of going around testing out all these logs to see which one I feel most comfortable with, and I feel like I can color grade the best, the quickest, the easiest, the best workflow basically. That Planet Fitness is nice, and that Jaguar is fire too, bro. Where am I parked at? I'm about to get hit by these people right here in this BMW. They're probably like, look at this dude filming himself. All right, we're on the R5 Mark II and Canon Log 2. Shoots in Cinema Gamut, I believe. I wonder how this is coloring down. I wonder if it even matters. I feel like it does though, low key. I don't know. This is a one-way, lady. Oh Lord, Atlanta, Atlanta, Atlanta. But when it does matter is when it makes it easier on you or you're more comfortable coloring that specific footage. So I guess it all depends on how I feel while I'm editing what I'm saying right now. Anyway, I gotta get back over to the crib. It's like a 25-minute drive from over here where Aperture Rent and this Planet Fitness is over here in Sandy Springs. I like it over here, man. I kind of miss living over here. There's so many cool little spots. Ooh, that's a dope spot right there. I don't got time. I gotta go to the crib. I don't got time, y'all. I can't stop and go look at cool spots. Not today. Even though I don't necessarily need this right now, this ND filter, I'm gonna put it on just to see what's going on, see if it affects the image. Got my shutter speed, double my frame rate. Let's bring up the ISO just a little bit. It definitely made my shot a little bit more orange. Looks nice. We got the proper shutter speed back there, so we got that good motion blur while I'm driving. I promise though, I'm a vet. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm pretty good at it. All right, I'll go hands-free, my bad. What I really like about this camera is that red light on the front that shows you that you're recording. I can see that the camera is on and recording, even if I didn't have that screen right there. These drivers are giving me anxiety. All right, let me start whipping too then. Come on in, let's go then. I can drive too, bro. I be driving too like a NASCAR driver sometimes. Stop playing with me, guys. Stop it. They were looking at me. The other thing that I really like about this camera is that when you go to look at playback, the videos that you shot in log, you can see them with an assist on them. On my R5, on that R6 Mark II, on the R8, whenever you shoot something in log and then you go back to review playback, you see it flat. You don't get to see it with an assist on it or how it would look once Rec 709 is applied or the conversion LUT brings it back. And I just don't like that. I want to be able to see how it looks on playback with the contrast and the conversion assist on it. Gosh, it's so cold out here. It's 40 degrees. I got shorts on. This right here is the little DJI tripod from off of the Pocket 3. I'm gonna use this on the bottom of my camera real quick. Oh, it's so cold, bro. Don't you honk at me, bro. You already know I got another green tea today. Honey green tea, and I got the boba in there. Let's go. Woo! Oh my gosh, this is so good. I'm fighting for my life out here in this cold though, I ain't gonna lie. I'm interested in color grading this shot because I'm super dark and shadowed out just to keep those details back there. In this R5 Mark II, I wanna see how this color grade is gonna look once See how nice the orange and reds are gonna be, because I love playing with my oranges and reds. Successful day so far, man. Now I just need to go sit at the computer and do a lot of editing. Hold on real quick. Let's bring that down right there. You see that little, yeah, Logitech on deck. Yo, shout out to Dot Video, because they just picked up the Creative Ryan load on my store too. Y'all going crazy today. I appreciate y'all so much. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. Honestly, I just looked at some of the footage that I shot with the R5 Mark II and tried to color grade it down a little bit, and I think that it colors down better. I know it sounds crazy, and it's like, yeah, of course it would, bro, but I feel better about it. I had the R6 Mark II because I was interested in buying that camera and keeping the R5 as my main camera, and I'm all over the place right now. I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I like the best with the log footage coming out of the smaller cameras. As I've kind of proven on these past couple videos, it don't matter which camera I kind of use. I can pretty much color grade any of these logs and make it work. Some are harder and some are easier. I feel like this one may be the easiest so far, and that's just from today's footage. This shot right here looks good. I'm sure this is gonna look icy when I color it down. And I noticed that if I jump the ISO on this from, I have it at 800 right now. Uh-oh, somebody's shooting me. If I take it from 800 up to 4000, the grain significantly disappears as compared to anything below or in between 800 and 4000. It's kind of more grainier than if I was to boost it up to 4000. Man, I'm over here talking on the camera, my bad. Anyway, today's video is about cameras and being able to rent cameras and how that's like clutch for me, because imagine if I had to buy this camera to test it and I didn't like it and I had to take it back, or if I didn't have the box I had to sell it to somebody, or the R6 Mark II, or the R5, or the camera that I rented out for tomorrow. Who knows? Like, being able to rent cameras is vital. I'm almost done. I'm doing a drop real quick. It's a lot of things that I gotta experience before I actually pull the trigger on buying a camera. If you've been around for a while, you're an OG here, then you know I used to buy and sell the Canon 1DX Mark II all the time because I loved the quality of it. I loved how amazing it was compared to the cameras around that time, but I did not like how big of a brick it was and how big the battery pack was and how big of an inconvenience it was. So I was constantly going back and forth, like, I know I need my quality, I love this camera, to no, I need something smaller and more convenient. And I kept going back and forth buying and selling different cameras to see if they would work. But all I really needed to do was rent out the cameras and test them out. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I used to rent the cameras and still go buy that camera and then sell it again. I did mess with Aperture Rent back then. I've been using them for a very long time, probably over 10 years. Anyway, I ain't trying to make these videos about selling you on nothing, but I think this is a good time to tell you there's a link down below to Aperture Rent, and you can use that to rent out cameras. And I also have a code, creativeryan10. It'll give you 10% off. Use Aperture Rent and rent the cameras out and play with them and take 10% off your rentals, man. It's like, it makes no sense not to take advantage of this. This is not sponsored. This is genuine. I go to Aperture Rent all the time. Great people and a great experience. All right, but that's it, man. I'm about to get back to playing some Fortnite with the homies. And yeah, today's been a fun day. And I guess we are halfway through Vlogmas at this point. I'll see y'all tomorrow.